Hey guys, Rick here with Life of a Punter. Saturday features Gladbach hosting Hoffenheim, and this game looks good for goals. We have a bet lined up, which is both teams to score in this match, and I want to show you the rationale as to how we came up with this bet, so that if you want to place this bet, you can do so with confidence. Gladbach are coming into this game on the back of poor form. They've only won one game in their past six, and they're currently considered a Group 2 side since they are in ninth place right now. Hoffenheim, on the other hand, they are coming into this game on the back of good form. They've only lost one game in their last six, and they're also considered a Group 2 side because they are in 7th place in the league. The first thing we take a look at are head-to-head stats. And over the last 5 seasons in Bundesliga, these two teams have played against each other 10 times. No clear dominant as to who's winning, but it is good for goals. The average match goal is 3.9 goals per game. There's typically goals in the first half, as shown here by 90%. And what I particularly like is that both teams' score has hit in 9 of the last 10 matches. Looking at who's going to likely score first and when that goal is going to come, it looks like Gladbach typically are the ones who score in the first half in this game. And Hoffenheim do typically get their goal at some point in the second half. And looking at the historical score lines, you can see the nature of the both teams to score. It's hit in every game except for one game, which was back in January of 2013. So I definitely like the prospects of both teams to score. However, head-to-head isn't the only criteria that you should follow. Your job as a punter is to make sure that the trend is consistent across more than one parameter. So what I'm going to check now is, because Gladbach have been playing poorly so far in their current form, I'm going to check how they have played historically against Group 2 sides. So what I'm looking at here is, how has Gladbach played at home over the last 5 seasons against Group 2 sides, which is what Hoffenheim is. And over the last 5 seasons, there's been 18 games. And what I really like here is the fact that Gladbach has scored 100%, so each and every single time. Average match goal is still high at 3.44 goals per game, and they typically get their goal before the 60th minute. For the other team has typically scored, or the Group 2 teams, they have scored 78%, which is good. It's a little bit lower than what I like, but it's still good. And you can see the recent score lines from recent seasons. Gladbach scoring every single time, which I do like. So now what I'm going to do is look at the flip side to see how Hoffenheim has played historically against Group 2 sides. And I'm going to change this filter to away. And so what I'm looking at here is, how has Hoffenheim played away from home in the last 5 seasons against Group 2 sides. So there's been 22 games, and Hoffenheim has conceded 100% of the time away to Group 2 sides. So the stats are very consistent for a Gladbach goal. We saw its 90% stat in the head-to-head over the last 5 seasons, and we saw its 100% stat for Gladbach over the last 5 seasons at home to Group 2, and for Hoffenheim away from home to Group 2 sides. So I definitely do like that. And the average match goal is still high at 3.27 goals per game. Now, one thing that I do want to check is, because Gladbach are in poor form, poor current form, I'm just going to check how Hoffenheim has played so far this season. Because we saw in Team versus Group, the stats for Hoffenheim goal weren't too high. So I just want to see how they so far have been playing this season to see if we can back them for a goal. So what I'm looking at here is, how has Hoffenheim played away from home this season in Bundesliga? It's been 13 games, and they've scored in 85% of games, which I do like. And then overall for the whole season, they scored in 92% of games. So 2 bets that I really like for this game. First and foremost, it is both teams to score. And based on Gladbach's poor form right now, I'm not sure if it's going to continue, but if it does, we are going to watch the game and see if we can play it or place it in play bet for possibly Gladbach clean sheet note. So looking at the odds for this match, I also do like match goals over 2.5. It's paying 1.66 odds right now. I like going in for this bet when it's 2.0 odds or higher. So I'm not going to take that pre-match. Looking at both teams to score and match goals over 2.5, that's 1.9 odds. That's also a good match, or a good bet if you want to take that pre-match. I typically like taking this at 2.0 odds or higher, so I'm not going to take this pre-match. Both teams to score is paying 1.53. That's something that I do like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this into a rolling accumulator. We have our rolling accumulator number 3 lined up for Saturday, which has been posted to our Telegram channel and to our website on our blog. So that's exactly what we're going to do there. And then we'll look to place an in-play bet for a Hoffenheim goal. So yeah, that's pretty much the rationale as to how we came up with these 2 bets there. Feel free to join us on Telegram. I'm posting a link to the channel in the comments below. It is t.me/thepunterlife, and where we're going to talk about this bet and other bets that we're going to be taking this weekend. So feel free to join us. We have a discussion chat there where we are going to chat about much more bets this weekend. And so yeah, that's it from me. Take care and best of luck on this weekend. Thanks, guys. Bye.